A 17-year-old boy is dead, and tonight an 18-year-old is charged with murder.
Police say Justice Dunham died in the parking lot of Menchville High School in Newport-News last night. The suspect is Damari Batten. Officers arrested him at the scene. 13 News Now has team coverage. Alex Littlehale spoke with the parent of a Menchville High School student, but we start with Allie Weatherton, who brings us up to speed with the investigation.
It started as a rival basketball game between Menchville and Woodside high schools, but ended with crime scene tape.
As one individual goes outside, he gets into goes to his vehicle, or beside his vehicle. There is an altercation there, and a shot rings out. There's a shot fired.
Newport News Police Chief Steve Drew says 17-year-old Justice Dunham, who went to Woodside High School, died in the Menchville High School parking lot.
An individual was detained, was transported here to police headquarters where he was interviewed.
Around 3:30 this morning, detectives arrested a Warwick High School student, 18-year-old Damari Batten. He faces second-degree murder and gun charges.
Now, I know that doesn't bring justice back, but it does allow for some closure.
While investigating, Chief Drew says detectives found 3 guns in the parking lot, the one used and the other 2 inside the car the victim arrived in. Right now, Chief Drew says he's not ruling out if the shooting is gang-related.
So there's still a lot of things to do. Interest that I have is, where did those firearms come from? Why were they there? What was the argument about inside?
I reached out to see if Batten would interview from jail. He declined my request. In Newport News, Allie Weatherton, 13 News Now.
Chief Drew says this investigation is far from over. He says if you heard or saw anything that can help detectives, call the Newport News Police Department.